Welcome to Royal Lovers. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love to royalty. I am your host, Zain. Today we delve into the intricate and often strained relationship between King Charles and Prince Harry. Their interactions, or sometimes lack thereof, paint a vivid picture of the challenges and emotional complexities within the British royal family. This narrative isn't just about political maneuvers or public duties. It's deeply personal, touching on the themes of fatherhood, disappointment, and familial bonds. The saga between Charles and Harry has unfolded under the watchful eyes of the world, revealing not just personal grievances but also highlighting the unique pressures of royal life. As we explore these dynamics, we aim to understand not just the actions but the emotions driving them. What does it mean to be a father and a son in such a public and powerful family? Dive deep with us as we uncover the layers behind the royal headlines. King Charles has openly admitted to the challenges of fatherhood. It's a candid confession, revealing a side of royalty we seldom discuss: the personal struggles beneath the crown. Navigating the role of a father while bearing the weight of royal duties is a daunting task that Charles has wrestled with over the years. His own reflections on fatherhood, accompanied by insights from royal biographers, shed light on a man torn between the demands of his public role and his private desires to connect with his children. Public statements from the king himself have often hinted at these challenges. He once remarked how the nature of his royal responsibilities often kept him away from home, missing out on many key moments in his children's lives. This absence was not just a physical one, but also emotional, creating a distance that was hard to bridge even when present. Royal biographers have noted that Charles's parenting style was shaped significantly by his own upbringing. Raised in an environment where duty and decorum were prioritized over warmth and nurturing, Charles inherited a framework that was perhaps ill-suited for the emotional openness required by modern fatherhood. This generational echo has been a tough cycle to break, influencing how he interacted with his own sons. Moreover, the royal duties never pause, continuously pulling at his time and attention. Events, ceremonies, and the constant scrutiny of the public eye left little room for the spontaneous, casual, father-child interactions that forged strong bonds. The role of a king often overshadowed that of a father, a juggling act that Charles has publicly acknowledged and reflected upon with a mix of regret and resignation. Exploring these aspects, it's evident that the struggle is not just personal, but is compounded by the very nature of being a monarch. The expectation to be both a symbol of national stability and a nurturing father figure is a tall order for anyone. Fatherhood in the royal spotlight carries its unique set of challenges. Seeing Prince Harry is reportedly an emotional ordeal for King Charles. The layers of history between a father and son, especially those under the relentless gaze of the public and the press, add a complexity that can stir a tempest of emotions with every encounter. King Charles, a figure who has walked the tightrope of royal duties all his life, finds these meetings particularly challenging. Close sources suggest that each reunion with Harry isn't just a momentary event. It's a resurgence of years of unsaid words, missed opportunities, and the heavy shadows of public expectations. Imagine a scene where every gesture and every look between a father and his son could be interpreted and misinterpreted 1,000 different ways. Royal commentators often highlight that King Charles's relationship with his sons has been influenced heavily by his own upbringing, a childhood framed by duty and decorum over warm familial bonds. This historical backdrop casts a long shadow over his emotional responses. It's not just about the present tensions. It's about a lifetime of built-up pressures and the inherent struggle of balancing the personal with the princely. Adding to the complexity are the past conflicts that have not fully healed. These are not just personal grievances, but are often amplified and distorted by media narratives, creating a cycle of misunderstanding and hurt. Each meeting carries the weight of past and present, making simple reunions far from simple. Support comes in many forms, and for Prince Harry, it came from the Spencers. In the intricate weave of royal family dynamics, the support from one's family can be both a bastion of strength and a source of contention. For Prince Harry, the backing of the Spencer family, his mother Princess Diana's lineage, has been notably significant. This familial support is not just about standing together at public events. It's a profound affirmation of his roots and personal identity. The presence of the Spencers at various public appearances, including significant events like the Invictus Games, underscores a narrative of unity and continuity with his late mother's heritage. This is not merely a gesture of familial solidarity, but speaks volumes in the language of public perception. It reinforces the image of Prince Harry as not just a royal, but as Diana's son, cherished and supported by his maternal family. This robust support from the Spencers inevitably casts a shadow on his relationship with King Charles. It highlights a contrast, perhaps underscoring the challenges and complexities within their father-son relationship. The public, ever watchful and often sympathetic to familial bonds reminiscent of Princess Diana, tends to view this support as a statement, one that might subtly challenge the dynamics of support within the House of Windsor itself. Thus, while the Spencers provide a pillar of emotional and public backing for Harry, it also complicates his narrative within the royal context, affecting his relationship with his father and shaping public discourse around his royal connections. Family support plays a crucial role in shaping our public and private lives. The royal narrative is often as complex as the relationships it describes. In the tapestry of tales spun around the royal family, few threads are as tangled as those involving King Charles and Prince Harry. The media, a powerful loom in this narrative fabric, weaves stories that can both distort and reveal the deep-seated emotions and conflicts within the royal walls. Let's consider how the media portrays the dynamic between father and son. On one hand, there are reports suggesting King Charles struggles with the emotional demands of fatherhood, portraying him as a figure torn by the duties of his crown and the needs of his family. On the other hand, stories circulate about Prince Harry, depicting him as both a victim and a rebel, challenging the traditional expectations of royal comportment. The contradictions are stark. Some sources claim King Charles refused to meet with Harry, painting a picture of a deliberate snub fueled by unresolved tensions. Contrastingly, other narratives push the notion that it's Harry who exacerbates these familial strains, with his actions and decisions painting him as the provocateur in a never-ending royal drama. This dichotomy raises questions about the accuracy and motivations behind these media reports. Are they reflecting true events, or are they shaped by the need to attract readership through sensationalism? Moreover, these stories often ignore the simple yet profound reality that these are real people with complex emotions. The public's appetite for royal stories influences how these narratives are told, often prioritizing intrigue over the mundane truths of family life. Furthermore, the media's role in shaping public perception can't be understated. Each story, each headline, acts like a brushstroke in a much larger portrait of the royal family, influencing how individuals worldwide perceive these figures and their actions. In the royal family, the line between personal and public is often blurred by the media. As observers, we must navigate these narratives with a critical eye, recognizing the blend of fact and fiction that often accompanies tales of royalty. Prince Harry seeks a father, not just a king. In the intricate tapestry of royal life, where the threads of personal relationships are interwoven with the heavy drapes of duty, the saga of Prince Harry and King Charles emerges as a poignant illustration of a son's quest for paternal affection amidst the stoic facades of monarchy. For Harry, the crown his father wears is not just a symbol of national leadership, but a barrier that divides them, a barrier that transforms a potential father-son dialogue into a formal, distant interaction. This struggle is not unique in the annals of royal histories, but is particularly resonant in the modern context, where public and private lives are scrutinized and often conflated. Harry's yearning for a personal connection with his father challenges the traditional royal protocol, which dictates that emotions must be secondary to duty. It's a narrative familiar yet freshly compelling, highlighting a fissure between the human need for familial bonds and the rigid expectations of royal existence. The royal family, often seen as a pillar of unyielding tradition, is at a crossroads with each generation. Harry's plight reflects a broader contemporary issue within the family, the clash between modern individualistic values and the age-old institutional demands of monarchy. This ongoing tension raises questions about the sustainability of traditional royal roles in a world that increasingly values personal authenticity and emotional openness. The royal family, like any other, faces its share of trials and tribulations. Today we delved into the emotional labyrinth of King Charles's relationship with Prince Harry, revealing not just a father struggling with his role, but also a son yearning for familial warmth beyond the crown. The narrative spun by the media further complicates these personal battles, portraying a tableau of misunderstanding and missed connections. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Show some love by subscribing and sharing the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Zane.